Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John. We have 4 Gospels presenting Jesus Christ from 4 different points of view. And it's interesting to, number one, understand that, to understand each Gospel, but it's also provocative in a number of ways. Matthew is Jewish. He's a Levite. He presents Jesus Christ as the Mashiach Nagid, the Messiah, the King. Mark, who's really the secretary for Peter, we believe, focuses on Jesus Christ as the suffering servant. Many of the Jews felt there were 2 Messiahs in the Old Testament, the suffering servant and the reigning king. And that's really what Matthew talks about, the reigning king, very clearly. Mark really focuses on the suffering servant. And many rabbis have finally realized that their perception of 2 Messiahs really is 2 comings of the same Messiah. But in any case, Luke is a Gentile doctor. He's not interested particularly in the Jewish roots. He's interested in his humanity. And John, of course, is the mystic. He presents him as the Son of God. Now,
Hold on. Just a second. Let's hear that again.
John, of course, is the mystic. He presents him as the Son of God. Now,
well, that's what I thought you said, Chuck. You have to be a mystic to know that Jesus is the Son of God. And what exactly do you mean by mystic? Now, here's the Wikipedia version of what mystic means. A person who practices mysticism or a preference to a mystery, mystic studies, or the occult. So are we suggesting here that John the Apostle was into the occult? No, yes, started surfing after I settled down just to listen to this YouTube video. I used to have charismatic Christian friends that used to listen to Chuck Missler religiously, at least once a week when I went round to their house. And yes, I pretty much agree that about the Nephilim thing. But his other studies seem to be about mysticism, and really, I don't think John the Apostle was an occultist. I mean, this information is obviously going out to the masses, and you're settling down to sort of digest this information. But he comes up with that John was a mystic. I find something seriously wrong with that statement, and as I said, started to surf a couple of things about Chuck Missler, and first couple of pictures here, put them up here, and I see his partner here in his ministry, and to do with Calvary Chapel as well. Again, Calvary Chapel never really been fully kind of at peace or settled sort of with these Christian movements. A few Christian brothers and sisters have sort of checked out Chuck Missler's stuff, and I just checked a few websites there, and there seems to be ties into certainly mysticism. Certainly the Vatican has their hand on all the Protestant Christian movements just now. So again, it's no surprise then that there's a link here with Calvary Chapel and the Vatican. But just interested to know why it's only a select few that speak about the Nephilim. As I said before, I've shared the sites that I've got information about the giants and all that, and I believe it's far superior information than Chuck Missler seems to share. I mean, nothing against his personality or anything like that. It's just that it just seems that he's quite loose with his usage of certain words, and that's why obviously people can start drawing some conclusions that that it really is he preaching the gospel, is it the gospel he's preaching, and saying things like the Apostle John is a mystic quite freely without thinking, for me is quite disturbing. So just put this out there and let me know what you think.